Hey guys, it's JaaackJack and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another plan with me. Today we're going to set up my bullet journal for the month of June, and this theme actually came from a sweet viewer on Instagram named Edda, and because I was like struggling, I didn't know what theme I wanted to do for June. I wanted something like summery and fun, and I originally was going to do like a pool theme, but like my drawings just weren't coming to life. And then my sweet viewer Edda was like carnival themed, and I was like, I love that. I think she said state fair. She said state fair carnival or something like that. And so I instantly thought of a Ferris wheel. So that's what I'm drawing here for my cover page for June. And I'm using a roll of tape to make the circles for the carousels on each, like the carousels throughout the Ferris wheel. And it's going to be so cute. And my idea, because I like to add some sort of like interactive element to my planner to have my goals, I am going to make each little caddy on the Ferris wheel open up and kind of like a book, like open up like a book. I'll have a different goal for the month in each little caddy, if that makes sense. Stay tuned. If that didn't make sense, just follow along and you'll see what I mean later on. But I think this is going to be so cute and I'm so excited. So after outlining our Ferris wheel, the next thing I did was take a blank sheet of paper and do more circles with my roll of tape. And these are going to be the caddies on the Ferris wheel that open up. So instead of like using more pages in my actual bullet journal, I just felt like it was easier to just grab like a piece of computer paper and use this instead. So here's what it looks like all lined up, and then I'll put a piece of tape and you'll open up the circle like so. So now I'm going to draw the details of all of the caddies, so drawing in the door and the windows and just keeping it super simple. So I'm going to trace that on all of our little cutout circles that we did, and then I will color them in with colored pencils. And you guys know I love to stick with a certain color scheme for the entire month. It just makes everything look really seamless, and this is what I have for the month of June. I'm going to stick with pinks and purples, mainly purple, and I have this washi tape here that I want to use as my little side tab that I always do, and then these are just some extra colored pencils that I'm going to use for some detail coloring like the clouds and the metal parts of the Ferris wheel. Ta-da! And here is what it looks like all colored in, or at least the caddies. And now I'm going to take my scissors and cut off the part of the caddy that is hanging off over the page, and also the parts that are supposed to be like behind the metal frame of the carousel or the Ferris wheel. So I'm just going to make those little trims, and then we can move on to the next part. Does anyone still watch Plan With Me videos? I feel like they're not as popular, but like I've been really into my bullet journal this year, and so even if nobody watches these videos, I'm just going to keep on doing them just to share different ideas and different like layouts and themes that I'm doing. If you are watching this video, it would just make my heart so happy if you left a comment just to let me know. I'm not talking to myself here. So now I'm going to take a piece of clear tape and just take a little bit and put it on the side of the caddy so the door will open up. And I didn't show this part because I didn't realize until after filming, but I ended up moving the pieces of tape so that all of the doors open in the same direction, because I was just kind of taping all over the place here, and it just felt very chaotic, like the little caddies opening up in all different directions. So I did end up changing that later on, but again, I didn't get that on camera. I also had some issues with two of these carousels. So once I closed the book, because of this one pink one and this one purple one, when I close it, it like doesn't close seamlessly. So I ended up just taping those down completely. So instead of having 8 little Ferris wheel carousels that open up for goals, we're only going to have 6 because I just kept having that issue when I closed my book. So those are completely flat, that pink one and that bottom purple one. They're flat. Everything else though does open up. So now I'm just going to finish coloring up this page, and that will complete our theme page here. Oh, I can't forget my little washi on the side. And that's going to be it for our theme page. And now we can move on to the monthly page. So I'm actually filming this next part on the next day. That's why the lighting is a little bit different. But now we are going to fill out the monthly page. I'm going to start by adding that same banner on the top of the page. So that banner I'm doing, I'm going to do that all throughout June. So that way it's very like cohesive, like the theme kind of blends into all of the pages. And I'm just going to speed through this. I'm doing my normal monthly spread, same as always. I think what I'm going to start doing in these Plan With Me videos is just share the theme page, because that's like the fun, exciting page. And then I'll just do a walkthrough of everything else, because it's starting to get really repetitive, I'm noticing. So I'll just share what I'm doing if it's something different and creative. But moving forward, I'll just like skip through me actually drawing it and just show you the finished pages, and we'll just work on the theme, like the creative theme page together. Let me know if you guys like that idea. So I added the boxes, and then there was some room at the bottom of the page. So I decided to do like the top of the Ferris wheel here. So just kind of drawing that there in that space. And I really like how it turned out. And now I'm going to color everything in. So I have my 4 color pencils that I'm going to use throughout the whole month, but I also have some highlighters here that match perfectly. So we might use that as well. So now I'm just going to color it in. I'm keeping the June lettering all pink just so it's consistent throughout the whole month. And then all of like the banners and stuff will be like more of the purple shades. So yeah, let's just quickly color through all of this. And for the headers, for like where I write Sunday through Saturday, I'm going to use one of my highlighters, and then on the boxes for each day of the month, I'm going to use my highlighter to kind of highlight the underneath so it has a subtle shadow. And that's pretty much it for the monthly page. So now let's do a walkthrough of the weekly pages, because I filmed this off camera because, again, just getting super repetitive. So as you can see, we have the banner at the top. This is the vertical pages, and the only thing different here is I added habit trackers, 3 little boxes for habit trackers. And then here on like these square layouts, I did a habit tracker on the side here. I'm just trying it out, seeing if it works for me. I don't normally have habit trackers in my weekly spreads, so I'm just testing this out. I want to track my vitamins that I take and walking 10,000 steps each day. Not doing great, if I'm being honest, but we're trying it out. Here I have like the Erin Condren style vertical layout, and I added a smaller box at the top of each day as a habit tracker, so that looks a little different, and then ending with the same like vertical columns that I love so much, and then habit tracker at the bottom. So that is what the weekly spreads look like, and that is all I have for the month of June. I hope you guys enjoyed this plan with me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you have any suggestions for themes that we should do for July, definitely let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in my next video.